Hi, let's have a look at Wales this afternoon. Could be anywhere really, Lake District. Just hills, a lake, some rocks, things that I like painting. It's all good practice. I want to concentrate the lights so it comes through the picture, not necessarily the centre of that. But I'll just put in some sienna, raw sienna. Whatever you put on dries lighter. And I'll have add a bit of alizarin, a bit of lemon yellow. Over the water at the bottom here. And then I'll put in a nice bit of blue, bit of red, light red, and some Payne's grey in there, I think. You need a cloth to soak up the excess moisture. So get some dark. Oh dear, look at that! My ultramarine is still a bit wet. Let's just get it over to one side. Okay, so into that I'll put in some hills with that colour, just a little bit darker. It's a bit of background. And then some heavier, bit of green, greeny blue. Catching a bit of light on that slope there. I like a bit darker, that's sort of lost a bit in translation there. Oh, we'll just get that. Oh, that's nice. But it needs to be a bit mixed. I'm using paint more or less from the tube. It hasn't dried, and I'm glad because it's great painting with neat, fresh paint. Well, I put it out a couple of days ago, but. But it hasn't dried, and I'm quite pleased about that. So put a bit of a peach in there. Right, to get some trees in on this bank here, but you need to, because it's wet, you need quite a bit of paint to, otherwise it won't show. I'm using very thick paint, look. Getting my darks, look nice. I hope it doesn't dry with those streaks in. I'll said in my last video, which I did this morning, that Ron Ranson works with fresh paint, straight from the tube. So you can have washy colour, or you can have this great texture. Right, okay, just a bit heavy there. Right, okay, I'll put a little bit of, there are some little trunks, just a bit of interest there. Now with a nice bit of raw burnt sienna there, I quite like that. Now we'll do the other side, which is quite green. This is dried. Some sienna in there. Just vary your colours with these. We don't want great flat areas of the same colour. Got a bit of a cold, I think. Right, nice dark bit on that headland. So that's in the clouds there. Let's just step that a little bit. And we can put some trees back in here. Let's put a few rocks in there. Just to add a bit of interest. Just adds a nice little bit of rockiness without actually doing very much. In my hands I can't quite get into that. Look. I'll clean that up in a minute. We can put a bit in here. Well, it's still a bit damp. I'll add a little bit more texture there, but just want to take that off. That's gone a little bit wrong there. I was a bit careless. See, I can do that there because nobody will be any the wiser. Right, I'm going to create a foreground here now. So this is the greens and the siennas. Going a bit dark. Just use a bit of red in with the rocky shore here. Some good rich colours in here. So when I scrape, it will give a good contrast. Get these, get some nice darks in there. Right, okay. So we've got some big rocks in here. I'll texture, I'll put some darks back in there for shadows. Right, that'll do. It's just, that's a bit even there. Don't like too sharp edges. Right, get a good shadow colour, just a red and blue really, and we'll texture in these, the shadows of the rock, give the three-dimensional look, hopefully. Right, so that's quite clear now. We'll probably take a bit more out of this here. And I'll put in I'll use this inch brush here. Right, I'll get the card and just scrape off a bit of light off the top now. And I just put a little bit of dark at the bottom of that. Then I'll finish my tea. Right, that'll do for that. I'm going to give this a good dry now and put in a reflection going all the way across but leaving a margin across there, so hold on to your earphone. Right, while that's drying off, I'm going to put in some trees here, or a tree coming up from over here. So let's do a chunk. I'll use a bit of burnt umber and a bit of ultramarine. Want a warm sort of darky grey. Probably not thick enough. I'll put a bit of Payne's grey in that as well. Right, let's just come up here with. I'm going to dry my brush on my piece of cloth to give loads of little brush heads, little pinpoints, and there's a bit of water. And I'll do some rigger work in that, but I want these leaves to be silhouetted against that light. Okay, that'll do. And while that's drying off, I'm going to put in I'm going to re-wet this water here. So you can do this while when the paper's dry. You just don't want to attempt it if the painting underneath isn't dry, because it'll just ruin. Alright, let's just. A bit darker in there, I think. These ripples in. Got a little bit wrong there. Not dark enough really. Bit of tissue. I'll just see if I can just take some of that out. See how that goes. Right. I want to put in some of the sky reflections in that water. And just trying to give a way of showing the sky in this, but that needs to be really dilute, but leaving that central or that area of light. So let's get all this all over. Now I don't know if this is going to work or what. Right, and same sort of colour, just in here. Okay, now put a few little wrinkles in. I've never sort of gone to this sort of length. Let's put a bit of reflection. Right, that's got a little bit wrong there. I'll go back over and put a darker greeny sort of colour on that. I might have to try that with a dryer. Hold your head, your earphones. No, it's all running down. But it doesn't help having the board vertical. So what I'm going to do is re-wet that. So I'll just Yeah, this making marks that I don't really like now. Right, I'll let that dry off of its own accord and I'll lift out some bits of ripple there. Right, so we'll do a bit of rigger work on the tree on the right hand side. Put a bit of shadow in there. You get quite a thick line with the rigger if you spread the hairs and have enough water on the brush. Just get that bit of shadow underneath the leaves. Right, I'm just going to dry that off again. Take your headphones off. Right, with a tissue, oh, if you need a tissue, just lift off just some little streaks. I'm desperate now. So I'm going to cut my losses, I'm going to sign it, put it in the mount, and we'll have a little look at it. Let's put a couple of right, so we've got some light coming through here. It shows up there, and the contrast with the dark against the light there. This is an absolute mess. But let's put on the ivory mount. Goes back to the day I cut this mount years ago. Hold on. I had some marker pens that I used to do lines in. Do lines with. I've got I think I might have given it to my daughter-in-law. It's a plastic slide and with a cool, it's like a triangular plastic and a slide, and you can mark all the corners where you want to join up your lines. It really is good. Well, there we are. That doesn't look too bad, I don't think. Well, it's as good as it's going to be, isn't it? Let's just come out of it, get an overall picture of it. Right, so let's zoom in. So there's the light catching that mid-distance edge of mountains, hills. I'll put the tree in. There's my beach coming down into all these rocks. I like doing rocks. They're easy. And there we have the other side. Right, okay. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed some of that. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.